the mind cloud. Yes. So, yeah, that's why I'm leaving the purport for your self-study. And I have seen that all of them are addressed while I was explaining the sloka anyway. So I'm assuming that you didn't really have any questions because all the tattva was discussed already. So please go through the purport yourself. On Monday, it's Nityananda Trayodasi. We will be going to the temple. We'll not have this sloka call. That's why I thought we'll do the second sloka today. So on Tuesday, Manohar Gopal Prabhu can do the purport with you. Okay, so we'll go ahead with the second sloka. Yeah, first sloka, please remember, that's about Lord Krishna and 7 features of the absolute truth. That is Sambandha. Second sloka is Abhideya. If Lord Krishna is our goal, that is our Sambandha, that we are related to Lord Krishna, then what is the process to attain Krishna? The process of attaining Krishna is called Abhideya. And how do we attain? By the process of bhakti. So the process of bhakti is called Abhideya. And what is bhakti? Bhakti is about knowing Krishna and about doing things for Krishna, right? And about thinking Krishna. So with the body, doing things for Krishna. With the mind, thinking of Krishna. And with the intelligence, knowing and understanding Krishna. And of course, when it comes to the ego, making the false ego of I am separate to real ego of I am related to Krishna. I am dear servant of Krishna. That is real ego. That I am beloved of Lord Krishna is real ego. So transforming all these things, engaging all these faculties is bhakti. That is Abhideya. And it all starts with what? Knowing about Krishna. Hearing about Krishna. Shravanam comes first. If we don't know who we are doing all this for, and what are his qualities, and how to do it, how are we going to do it? So we should know Shravanam. That's Abhideya. Bhakti starts with Shravanam, knowing how to do it. And next comes implementation, doing it. That's sadhana bhakti. And when it matures, then it becomes raga bhakti. It just becomes a part of us. We become that, the whole process. We just do it out of fondness. That's raga bhakti. So Abhideya is the process of bhakti. And this sloka talks about Abhideya bhakti, which is what happens when we do this process of bhakti, or when we are attaining Lord Krishna. There are 7 features here. So 7 features of bhakti, or we can look at it as a different, in a different angle, as we discussed in Bhakti Vriksha, the real occupation of the soul, or dharma of the soul. Dharma of the soul is to reciprocate with Bhagavan. That reciprocation is called bhakti. It's the same thing. So Abhideya, or real religion of the soul, or dharma of the soul. That's the second sloka. So we'll look into that.
Mataji, what is the English meaning of Abhideya, Mataji?
Abhideya is the process of attaining Krishna, which means doing bhakti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Abhideya.
It comes contribution, that true translation. Meaning,
yeah.
Is it?
Is that clear, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you.
Yes, yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam Vedyam vastavamatra vastu Shivadam tapatrayonmulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikrite Kim va parairishvaraha Sadyo hridiyavarudyate atra kritibhi sushrushubistakshanat. Please repeat it. I'll break it so we can all do it together and then I'll go with the explanation. Dharma projita kaitavo atra
Dharma projita kaitavo atra
paramo nirmatsaranam satam
paramo nirmatsaranam satam
Vedyam vastavamatra vastu
Vedyam vastavamatra vastu
Shivadam tapatrayonmulanam
Shivadam tapatrayomulanam
Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikrite
Srimad Bhagavate
Mahamunikrite
Kim va parairishvaraha
Kim
va
parairishvaraha
Sadyo hridi avarudyate
Satto
avarudyate
Atra kritibi sushrushabhistakshana
Atra Pratibhi
Sushrusubhishtakshana.
Good, thank you. So, Dharma projita kaitavotra. That's the first one. Dharma is religious principles. Projita, completely rejected. Kaitava, covered by fruitive intention. So that kind of religious principles which are covered by with an intention. Kaitavo is crooked. Crooked is hidden agenda of self-gain. So that religion which is practiced with an hidden agenda for self-gain is kicked out, projita. Srimad Bhagavatam does not encourage using the religion for self-gain. But the religion, real religion of the Atma, soul, is to reciprocate with Bhagavan. If the religion is used for any other purpose, Bhagavatam considers that as a crooked religion and it kicks out. So this is first one. Paramo nirmatsaranam satam. Parama is highest. Okay. Nirmatsaranam. Matsara is envy. Little intolerance to other living entities is matsara. Nirmatsara, no envy, no intolerance to other living entities. Satam are, Satam are generally the sadhus. Sadhus, saintly people, Satam. Right? And devotees are meant to be saintly, and that's why here the translation is devotees here, but Satam is saintly people. Vedyam, understood. Vastavam is truth. So this real religion that is said in Srimad Bhagavatam is Paramo. This is the highest religion. But this cannot be understood by everybody. Who can understand this? Nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavam. Only those saintly people who are non-envious can understand vastavam, this absolute truth. Right? Next. What is this absolute truth? Lord Shri Krishna. And this vastu, this substance here, this absolute reality, Lord Shri Krishna, transcendental personality, is Shivadam tapatrayonmulanam. Shivadam, auspiciousness. Tapatrayonmoolanam, tapa, misery. Traya, three kinds. Unmoolanam is mitigated. When this absolute truth, this vastu, transcendental substance, truth, Lord Sri Krishna is known and attained, there will be auspiciousness. And not only auspiciousness, but all the miseries, threefold miseries will be mitigated. What are the threefold miseries? Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, Adhyatmika. Adhyatmika is misery caused by our own mind. Adi Daivika, miseries caused by the Devatas. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, and Adi Bhautika is miseries caused by other living entities. So Adi Daivika is miseries caused by other Devatas, in the sense the natural calamities. Adi Bhautika is miseries caused by other living entities. Adhyatmika, miseries caused by our own self. So all these miseries are mitigated and auspiciousness comes in. When this transcendental substance, Lord Sri Krishna, is known and the process of bhakti started to attain him. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikrite. This Srimad Bhagavatam, which is presenting this transcendental substance, absolute truth, transcendental person, Lord Sri Krishna, is written by Krite, is written by Mahamuni. That's Vedavyasa. And it's not just, Srimad Bhagavatam is just not written as one among many of his works, but at the ripened maturity in his spiritual pursuit, after enlightenment by Narada, after he has gone through deep depression and a big vacuum in his heart causing dissatisfaction. He did not know why he was feeling like that. Even after he has compiled all the Puranas and gave all the information, Vedic literature, he did not understand why he was going through that. Then Narada came in and said, look, this is the problem. You have over-glorified all this karma kandas, etc. And you have said very little about the glories of Lord Krishna. So you should flip that. You have to glorify more about the absolute truth and then just put the karma and jnana where they belong to. Do not over-glorify them. After that message is given, then this Bhagavatam is written. So when this work has come out by this Mahamuni, Vedavyasa, after enlightenment from Narada, what else can be even more perfect than Srimad Bhagavatam? Kim va parai, what else do you need? When there is Mahamuni Krite, when this work is given by this Mahamuni, which is Srimad Bhagavatam. And what happens when we are with this Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam, and following the process of bhakti, what happens? Ishvara Satyo Hridya Vridyate. This is a beautiful one. Ishvara, Lord Sri Krishna, Sadhyo, at once, Hridi, in the heart, Avarudyate, established. When you are hearing the message of Bhagavatam and receiving it with all submissiveness, with faith, then Lord Krishna, who is present in Srimad Bhagavatam, is established in your heart. Sadhyo, this is the time frame, is immediately. If we are seeing Krishna that is present in Bhagavatam. And if we are receiving this Bhagavatam with that mood, with that faith and attention, then the Lord in the heart is immediately established. Right? And Kritibhi Sushrushabhis Takshanat. This I just explained. So Ishvara, the Lord, is immediately established in the heart. How? When we receive the Srimad Bhagavatam like this. Kritibhi Sushrushabhis. This is very important word. Kritibhi is, here it is translated as pious man. But any person with submissiveness, Sushrushabhis, here it says by culture. But the meaning of Kritibhi Sushrushabhis is anybody who receives the message of Bhagavatam Sushrushabhis with submissiveness, with a mood of receptivity, with faith in the message, then Takshanat, without delay, Supreme Lord in the heart will be established. So that is the meaning of the sloka. First one is Dharma Prochita Kaitavatra. Please, if you could repeat after me, the 7 features. Dharma Prochita Kaitavatra.
Dharma
That's first one. Paramo Nirmatsaranam. Satam Vedyam. I'm just, since it has to be broken, I'm just going to read the words. Paramo Nirmatsaranam Satam Vedyam Vastavam. Okay, that's the second one. Atra Vastu. Vastu. This Vastu. Okay. So Paramo Nirmatsaranam Satam Vedyam Vastavam Atra Vastu. So Atra Vastu, this transcendental reality, this transcendental personality, this Vastu can be understood by the saintly people who are Nirmatsaranam. And Vedyam is understood. Vastu. That's the second one. Next one is Shivadam. Shivadam, right? Yeah. Next. Tapatrayon Moolanam. Okay, we got 4 of them. Then the Srimad Bhagavata is Mahamunikrite Kim Vaparair. That's the next one. Ishvara Sadyo Hridayavarudyate. The Lord is quickly established. How? Kritibhi Sushrushabhis Takshanat. Okay. That's the sloka. What I will, I'll pause here. I'll take any questions that you have. We have a good 7 minutes. And then on Tuesday, you can go with the translation and purport. Does it sound okay?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you. So please, it's all yours now. Yeah, we can exchange something.
Mataji, go ahead.
Can we read translation once?
Okay, sure. Please go ahead.
Translation: completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated, this Bhagavat Puran propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. The highest truth is reality. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries, This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within his heart. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hari, Hari Bol.
The threefold miseries, can you little bit expand on that, Mataji?
Yeah. Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, Adi Daivika.
Okay, that's you already explained. Okay.
Adi Daivika. Daivika are Devatas. They
Okay.
are the controllers of the material elements in this universe. Yeah. And Indra, Varuna, Vayu, these are all the Devatas controlling the material elements. So when they decide not to keep us happy, then the cyclones come, earthquakes come, right? So natural calamities come. So those natural calamities are Adi Daivika.
Okay.
Yeah, Adi Daivika. Adi Bhautika. Bhautika is body, physical body. Any pain inflicted by other physical body, it could be a mosquito, malaria, corona, COVID, or tiger, or any other person too, inflicting injury on others. So misery inflicted by any physical body is Adi Bhautika. Adhyatmika, Atmika, self. Misery inflicted by our own mind self is Adhyatmika, our mind troubling us, our body troubling us, our own infliction is Adhyatmika.
Okay, Mataji. The word tapatraya we generally use in our daily in Telugu language. So is it different tapatraya?
Again, you are going in Akashvani mode, Prabhu.
Oh, so the tapatraya word which we generally use in Telugu as well, Mataji, is it the same word or it is different?
Yeah, they tend to use that word tapatraya in Telugu language, but there the usage is like kottukodam. You are being inflicted, right? Inflicted by what? So the usage is okay. You are inflicted with something, tapatraya.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you go further deeper, inflicted with what? With some other person, or with the natural calamities around self. Not exactly the 100% the same thing, Prabhu, but I guess the usage is somewhere, it falls there.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. This is good. We are ahead of time. We have covered the sloka. We are not in rush. Oh, feels good. This is Bhagavatam. And I'm able to hear something from you. That is making me feel complete. Yeah. Nothing.
So Mataji, this shloka also given by like telling by Shuta Goswami to the
Yes,
rishis.
Prabhu. All these slokas in the first canto, these
Okay.
3 slokas, and next comes the 6 questions of Naimisharanya. This is all conversation between.
Okay.
Yeah, the Naimisharanya questions, sages asking Suta Goswami.
Okay,
Yes.
Mataji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hari, Hari. Okay. So no questions.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hari, Hari.
So, Vedavyas wrote Srimad Bhagavatam, but this shloka was said by Sutadev Goswami. So that's why he's saying, Sutadev Goswami is saying that it is
written by Vedavyasa. Yes.
Yeah, it is Mahamuni. He is the Mahamuni. Because I was just thinking in my mind, Vedavyasa wrote it and then, okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hari, Hari. Okay. So we'll pause the Bhagavatam here so we can hear from the Acharyas. with the Harinam in the morning, starting from then, in between, and at the end, Bhagavatam, Vaishnavas, Yatra Kritibi Sushrushabis Takshana, Sadhyo Hrudya Avaridyate. That will happen. Sadhyo Hrudya Avaridyate. If this is happening in this mode, and if we are able to do it in a harmonious way every day, harmonious way, that's important. At peace, at ease, in a mood of looking forward to, and receive it with all faith and cherish it. If we are doing it, doing the japa like that in the morning, looking forward to, and receiving the Bhagavatam like this in the evening, the words of Shastra will not go wrong. Ishvara Sadhyo Hrudya Varudyate. Because we are doing Kritibhi Sushrushu Vistakshana. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
We are thanking for this opportunity. And now to the Vaishnava Acharyas. Daikonamani Prabhu, please take it.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. So today, the Charya's bhajan that we are going through is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Jiva Doya Kori. It is by Bhakti Vinod Thakur from the book Sharnagati in Bengali. Mataji, is that a doubt? Something? Oh,
No, please.
I thought, oh, okay. Sorry.
Please go.
Okay. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Doya Kori Swa Parshada Suya Dama Saha Avatari. Translation. Okay, I'll need to read the second one too. Atyanta Durlabha Prema Kori Bare Dana Shikhaya Sarnagati Bhaktera Prana. Out of compassion for the fallen souls, Sri Krishna Chaitanya came to this world with his personal associates and divine abode to teach Sarnagati, the goal of surrender. Surrender to the Almighty Godhead and to freely distribute ecstatic love of God, which is ordinarily very difficult to obtain. This Sarnagati is the very life of the true devotee. Hare Krishna. Somebody else can read next.
Hare Krishna. Dainya Atma Nivedana Goptrutve Varana Avasya Rakshibe Krishna Vishwasa Palana. The ways of Sharanagati are humility, dedication of the self, acceptance of the Lord as one's only maintainer, faith that Krishna will surely protect, execution of only those acts favorable to pure devotion, and renunciation of conduct adverse to pure devotion. Hare Krishna.
Let me read the third and fourth one more time together. Dainya Atma Nivedana Goptritve Varana Avashya Rakshibe Krishna Vishwasa Palana. Bhakti Anukula Matra Karyena Svikar Bhakti Pratikula Bhava Varjan Angikar. The ways of Sharanagati are humility, dedication of the self, acceptance of the Lord as one's only maintainer, faith that Krishna will surely protect, execution of only those acts favorable to pure devotion, and renunciation of conduct adverse to pure devotion. Hare Krishna.
Sadanga Saranagati Horiho Jahare Sahara Paratana Sune Sri Nanda Kumara. The youthful son of Nanda Maharaj, Sri Krishna, hears the prayers of anyone who takes refuge in him by this sixfold practice.
Rupa Sanatana Pade Dante Trinakuri Akati Vinodapade Uhi Padadhori Khandiya Khandiya Bole Amito Adhama Shikhaya Sharanagati Borohe Uttama. Bhaktivinoda places a straw between his teeth, prostrates himself before the two Goswamis, Sri Rupa and Sri Sanatana, and clasps their lotus feet with his hands. I am certainly the lowest of men, he tells them weeping. I am certainly the lowest of men, he tells them weeping. But please make me the best of men by teaching me the ways of Sharanagati. But please make me the best of men by teaching me the ways of Sharanagati.
Anybody else would like to read? You can also read just the translation if you like.
Hare Krishna. Bhakti Vinoda places a straw between his teeth, prostrate himself before the two Goswamis, Sri Rupa and Sri Sanatana, and clasps their lotus feet with his hands. I am certainly the lowest of men, he tells them weeping, but please make me the best of men by teaching me the ways of Sharanagati. Hare Krishna.
Bhakti Vinod places a straw between his teeth, prostrates himself before the two Goswamis, Sri Rupa and Sri Sanatana, and clasps their lotus feet with his hands. I'm certainly the lowest of men, he tells them weeping. But please make me the best of men by teaching me the ways of Saranagati. Hare Krishna. Anybody else? I don't know if anybody else is remaining to say, would like to read.
Can I read the first two
Yeah,
translations?
anything that is close to your heart, touches your heart, please go ahead.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kori Swapashada Sriya Dhama Saha Avatari Atyanta Durlabha Prema Kori Bare Dana Shikaya Sharanagati Bhaktera Prana. Out of compassion for the fallen souls, Sri Krishna Chaitanya came to this world with his personal associates and divine abodes to teach Sharanagati, the goal of surrender. Surrender to the Almighty Godhead and to freely distribute ecstatic love of God, which is ordinarily very difficult to obtain. This Sharanagati is the very life of the true devotee. Thank you, Prabhu.
This Sharanagati is the very life of the true devotee. Thank you.
Sorry, not to go into discussion, but I thought the earlier what you read, Mataji, I was relating that to the third and like the third and the fourth this thing, where we talked about Sharanagati, humility, and all that in that.
Yeah.
In Bhagavad.
In the Bhagavatam?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah. Sushrusha Vistakshanat. Right? Is it
Yeah.
what you're talking about?
Yeah, right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of these Acharya songs, as you have just noticed, Prabhu. And if we go to the last one, Khandiya Khandiya Bole Amiko Adama, Shikai Sharanagati Korohe Uttama. This is Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorepe Sahishnana, Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. To always remember Krishna is not easy. Because Trinadapi Sunichena is not easy. But when these acharyas are presenting in their songs with this mood, it is like, it's very hard to take the bitter medicine, even if we know that it is good for our health. So when it comes in the form of Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorupa Sahishnana, you should be very humble, you should be tolerant as a tree, and you should do this. I'm like, this is all good. This is medicine. I need to take it. But thoda sa not palatable, because we are not there yet. But when it comes in the mood of these acharyas like this, when these acharyas who are manjaris, who are in Kirtaniya Sadahari, who are constantly, always with Krishna in their Swarup, when they are saying these words, I am so fallen, lowest of men, but please make me the best. I am holding the straw, putting the straw of gas in between my teeth. When these words are uttered by these acharyas, mahajanas, and we are simply hearing them, there is something that happens. All that medicine that was so bitter and we were hesitant to take just gets sugar coated without our knowledge. The mothers, they just put some chocolate in the medicine and the child just takes the chocolate medicine. She doesn't know that it is medicine, thinks it's chocolate, but it goes inside and it does its work. The Acharya's words are like that. These Acharyas are living Bhagavatams. We have just read Bhagavatam, the lived Bhagavatam. So when they speak, it is Bhagavatam simplified and given to us. Babies can digest baby food, right? So this is all baby food for the babies. They get the nutrition quickly like this, sweet medicine. This is the beauty of hearing from the Acharyas. So with this mood, if we are spending this time in the evening, whatever is said in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, etc., that is the knowledge part that we are receiving when we are reading. But this baby food, the chocolate medicine, goes in very quickly during this time when we hear from the Acharyas. Yeah. Thank you for asking that, Prabhu. I was holding myself not to really say anything.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It's not the format,
Right. That wasn't the format.
Yeah.
But the purpose needs to be served. So you asked it and I replied.
Mataji, then one line is coming to my mouth. Don't respond to it. I mean, you can respond tomorrow in Bhakti Vriksha.
Yeah.
So, but the having the mood is an natural thing, Mataji. It cannot be portrayed, right? So in that situation, the actual thing is just pray for it.
Yeah, quick answer. Luckily, if you are with a saintly person, an angry person is put in a room with a saintly person, the nature of the angry person is angry. But he cannot stay angry forever. First day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, 10 days, he was like, what am I doing here? Look at this saintly person. Kuch ho jata hai. So all the saintliness gets rubbed off. So we don't have to force ourselves. Just spend this time here, hear what they have to say, and let it come naturally. It will come. Let it take 1 day, 2 days, 10 days, no problem. But it will happen. Their saintliness is very powerful. So just gratefully spending time hearing those words, and it's going to have its own effect.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No disappointment, just being grateful for the time that is spent with these acharyas. That's it. As I posted in the emotional component, we want to be positive. We want to be grateful. We don't want to be disappointed that the change hasn't happened. But we want to be grateful that we are given an opportunity to spend time.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Kirtaniya Sadahari. We'll meet again tomorrow. Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakur ki jai. Patita Pavana Gaura Hari ki jai. Sharanagati Bhakti ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrindi ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
everyone.
Hare Ram. Hare Ram.